Today, we learn that water is wet. Roll title card. If you want a flashy production, then the show is not for you. Now with 10% more pizzazz. Did you feel the pizzazz? It's okay if you didn't. It's okay. Today, we are going to go to the second day of creation. Are you excited, fellow Illuminators? This is so cool. We're going to be reading from Genesis 1, verses 6 through 8. And I'll give you some time to pause and go find it. Also, I'm going to give you just a quick synopsis of how far we've come. All right. This is really cool poetry, right? It begins with "in the beginning, God," because words are really important to God. You can think of it as that one day, in the sense of God's day, he was just thinking, man, I got this really cool thing called alphabet. And if I take this alphabet, I can make words. And out of those words, I can start expressing complex ideas like life. And from that space of just him thinking and dreaming of this beautiful thing called language and words and the types of people that would share that kind of conscious relationship, he thought of this thing called love. And he thought, man, I really want that love. And he looks over this expanse of just limitless possibility. And while looking there, he goes, man, what could I do with this? Woman. Right? And the spirit in him, this Holy Spirit, urges him that this community, this family, this life that could engage in poetry and be creative alongside of him was possible. And he dreamed of that. And in that dreaming, light was cast over this mirror that he was looking in, this limitless potential. And in that light, he got to know himself better. He separated the light from the darkness, and the light is good because it brings life, brings trees, right? Brings warmth. Today, we got a little dim light because clouds are out. We picked a cloudy day for day 2 because clouds are born today. But light is that important, right? So today, I'm going to go ahead and jump in the text because our understanding is more illuminated. We are now going to start parsing out what is true and untrue, what is tangible and intangible. And that includes abstractly true, like love is abstractly true. We love love, right? All right, let's get into the text. Genesis 1:6. And God said, "Let there be an expanse of the sky in the midst of the waters, and let it separate the waters below the expanse from the waters above the expanse." And God made the expanse of sky and separated the waters which were under the expanse from the waters which were above the expanse. And it was so, just as he spoke it out to be, as he commanded. God called the expanse sky, and that is the heavens. And there was evening, and there was morning, a second day. Day 2 marks the fluidity of change. Water changes things. It cleans out all wounds. It's in constant motion. It is a different space than you and I can go into. And it's the building blocks of life along with light. It's in our body. All of us need water to drink. This is good. I thought I'd give you just an awkward drink there for a moment. Here's another one. Well, I don't need to do that. But you get the point. We need water to exist. When scientists are looking out space and looking for other places where human life, conscious human life can go, they need this. They need that. Because it's so important for you and I. And if you look at our planet, it's covered in water. Up here, the water up here is different. We were just talking about the clouds, and it's kind of an overcast because a lot of water is collecting into one place, and it's making a darker cloud, a cloud that's blocking out the light. And this is a beautiful time to talk about that imagery of our emotions. When we're born on our second day, that second period of our existence, that larger movement, we are existing in these emotions, these heights of emotions where we cry because we're unhappy. Cry because we're happy. Cry because we're angry. Our clouds get dark. And as we grow older, these clouds, these wonderful clouds, they become the place of our emotions. These things like love and joy. But if we stay in a space of sadness, if we mark that love with a lot of maybe our own selfish hurts, or maybe other people are filling us with hurt, our world gets dark and heavy, and clouds fall, and like tears. And so these can be wrapped up into this images of the wave of our emotions that change how we engage in our world. If a thing hurts us, we don't want to play with that thing anymore. We go through the fluidity of understanding that this pencil's fine, but if I poke myself, it's going to hurt. Water is good, but right now is not an appropriate time to dunk it on myself, right? Later on, we'll see just how important the water is, because it's a place where we can't go, and a whole different world to discover is down there, right? But we're not quite there yet. We're just on day number 2 of God learning more about himself by making people who can communicate with him, who can use this beautiful language along with him, where we express ideas of love. Well, until next time, fellow Illuminators, we are on day 2. Day 3 is just, well, the next day away, kind of, if you think about it. This is just your humble narrator, reminding you that you are loved by a God who thought you up and then created you.